Welcome to Sparks of History, where Jewish history and world history meet. Today, we are very pleased and honored to have with us Dr. Efraim Zuroff. Dr. Zuroff earned his Ph.D. in history from the Hebrew University. Dr. Zuroff serves as the director of the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Israel and has dedicated his life to hunting down Nazi criminals and bringing them to justice. Dr. Zuroff has helped uncover the escape hundreds of Nazi war criminals and has influenced countries to legislate laws enabling the prosecution of those Nazi war criminals. Just one example, Dr. Zuroff played a key role in the exposure, arrest, extradition, and prosecution of Dinko Sakik, the former commander of the Ustaja concentration camp, Jasenovac. And today, we will be discussing Dr. Zuroff's Our People, Discovering Lithuania's Hidden Holocaust, which chronicles his journey to mass murder sites in Lithuania, together with Lithuanian writer Ruta Vanagaite. And it's a powerful book, and I urge all our listeners and viewers to simply, as I did, go on to Amazon, click the button, free delivery, and it's extremely and very worthwhile. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Zuroff, for your time today. We appreciate it very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Pleasure. Just by way of introduction, who is Ruta Vanagaite, and how did you connect with her to write Our People?
So first of all, I have to correct you. Her name is Vanagaite.
Okay.
That's the way it's spelled. That's the way it's pronounced in Lithuanian.
Okay.
Ruta Vanagaite is certainly was a very popular author in Lithuania who had written quite a few books about social issues in Lithuania. For example, elderly care. She took care of her elderly parents before they passed away, and she wrote a book about the problems facing the health system in Lithuania and the challenges facing children who want to, take care of their parents in the best way imaginable. So that book was very popular. Another book of hers was a runaway bestseller. It sold 50,000 copies in a country of less than 2.5 million people, which was a book of advice to women at 50. Now, the problem was that, especially in the small towns, for many women, when they reach that age, life looks very bleak. In many cases, husbands have disappeared, or they're suffering from alcoholism or other problems. And the book was basically a book of advice how to recreate themselves and create a new life for them. And I have to tell you that not once and not twice, I saw people when I was walking in Vilnius with Ruta, woman would come up to her and hug her and kiss her and say, "You saved my life." So, and actually the only reason our book was actually published in Lithuanian was because of her great success as an author and the desire of her publisher to keep her, writing for them. Because when we went to speak to the Alma Litera publishing house and tell them that we're writing this book together about the Holocaust, I mean, they said to Ruta, you wrote such a good, popular book about women. Why don't you write a book about men? So Ruta said, well, listen, I think that's a good idea. I'll write a book about men, but first you're going to publish the book that I'm writing now. Oh, Ruta, you're writing another book? How wonderful. What are you writing about? The Holocaust. Oy vavoy. Terrible. Who do you think is going to read a book like that? She said, you want me to keep writing for you? You're going to publish this book. So what's interesting is that they made one condition, which was actually a very wise advice, which was not to say a word about the subject of the book until it came out. And that's why the government was totally unprepared for what happened. And in a sense, we were able to publish the book. It sold out immediately. The first printing of 2,000 copies sold out in less than 48 hours. ultimately sold 20,000 copies. Most read book in public libraries 3 years running. And if the government had known, it's not clear if that book ever would have seen the light of day.